Hi everyone, kumusta po? Welcome to the channel. And if you're in the same generation as me, you probably are carrying a piece of history with you, particularly in terms of technology improvement. So in terms of smartphones, for example, smartphones, dati yung mga kapanahonan namin, yung mga naglalabasan na smartphone only has 4 gigs of storage up to 8 gigs that has a couple of megabytes of RAM. I can remember a time in the past wherein uso pa yung pagbabasa ng dyaryo. Then may advertisement doon wherein in-advertise nila yung mga smartphones nila. Then may smartphone doon that has an internal storage of 16 gigabytes. Then my initial reaction to that is, ba't ko kailangan ng smartphone that has 16 gigabytes of storage? Eh, sapat na nga sa akin yung 4 gig and 8 gig sobra-sobra na. And here we are in 2019 wherein yung mga naglalabasan na smartphones has a minimum internal storage of 64 to 128 gigabytes coupled with 4 to 6 gigs of RAM, 8 to 12 gigs if it is a flagship device. And the smartphone that has the biggest internal storage as of today is the Galaxy S10 Plus, which has a terabyte of internal storage and still expandable at up to 512 gigabytes.
Am I the only one aroused right now? It's like, you know what I'm saying?
So it may sound like an overkill for a smartphone to have a terabyte of internal storage. But remember, yan din yung initial reaction ko in the past nung nakakita ko ng smartphone that has 16 gigabytes of storage. And now in 2019, kapag makakita ka ng smartphone that has 16 gigs of internal storage, it's like parang hindi mo na siya magagamit properly. Parang unusable na siya in this time. I already reached a point in my smartphone use wherein 128 gigs of internal storage coupled with 128 gig of external storage is not enough for me. Nakikita ko na yung sarili ko na madalas na ako nag-delete ng video files, or nag-free up ng space, nagda-transfer ng files kasi nga napupuno ko na yung storage ko na yun. Which nung binili ko yung smartphone ko nung unang-una pa lang, hindi ko akalain na mapupuno ko yung 128 gigs of storage. Hindi ko nga akalain na kakailanganin ko pang bumili ng external storage. So why is that? Obviously, it's because of technology improvement. For example, when it comes to video files, a 720p video file of a movie can consume less than a gigabyte of storage. When it comes to 1080p resolution of a 2-hour movie, doon na siya mag-i-exceed ng gigabyte of storage, at least for the MP4 format. Here we are in 2019 wherein the 4K resolution is being utilized. For me, as a content creator, I always stick to the rule of thumb, which is to shoot at the highest possible resolution of your device. So the device that I'm using on all of my videos is the Galaxy Note 9, which can shoot and record videos at up to 4K resolution. And as we all know, 4K does consume a lot of storage, especially if you're making a longer video. So this is our solution for that. This is the highest storing capacity micro SD card available in the market right now, at least at the time that we're making this video. This is the Evo Plus 512GB micro SD from Samsung. So for this video, we are not gonna unbox this because technically this doesn't come with a box. So titignan lang natin yung packaging niya, then show you the amount of storage it has straight out of the package, then maybe conduct some speed test. By the way, anytime within the video, you can check the description below. I'll be putting the link for this product as well as the list of gears and equipment that I'm using in order to make content for this channel. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check the description portion down below. So let's get started. So here is the packaging of the 512 Evo Plus micro SD card. In front it says Samsung, and on this part it says the transfer rate of the micro SD card. Here is the micro SD card. Obviously it comes with an SD card adapter. On the bottom it says their micro SDX CUH-S1 card Evo Plus 512GB. So on the bottom it says faster speeds for high resolution photos and 4K ultra high definition videos. On the back it says Samsung again, micro SDX UH-C1 card, and it says there waterproof, magnet proof, temperature proof, and X-ray proof. On this part is says identification available. May sticker lang dito. Tingnan natin. It says there Limited 10-year limited warranty and authentication available. On this part are company information and barcode, and on this part is some explanation in terms of storage. It says there a certain portion of capacity may be used for system files and maintenance. Thus, the actual capacity may differ from that indicated on the product label. It also says right there transfer speed is based on Samsung's internal testing conditions using a UHSI interface. Transfer speed may vary among different host devices and testing conditions. Transfer speed is lower with a non-UHSI interface. So for more detailed product and warranty information, you can visit this website right here. So let's open it up. This is the micro SD card with its adapter. Here, scars adapter, and here is the SD card. This is the adapter there. It's made in China. And here is the 512 micro SD card. So, yan, ganyang kaliit. That contains 512 of storage capacity. So let's test this out. Here we are on our computer. Here is the micro SD card. Here is the 512 micro SD card. Saksak natin. Here it is on our computer. It shows it has 476 gigabytes of usable storage. Next, we're gonna take a look at this from the vantage point of our smartphone. So what I'm using here is my Galaxy Note 9, and as you can see, my internal storage is almost full. It's 98% full. And if we'll check the 512GB Samsung Evo Plus, it shows that it has 477 gigabytes of usable storage. For the speed test, I first tested it on my laptop using the Crystal Disk Mark application. Just note that I only used the provided SD card reader of the laptop and I didn't use any external SD card reader. As you can see, the sequential read and write speed are 28.31 megabytes per second and 26.58 megabytes per second respectively. Next test is from my Galaxy Note 9. First application that I use is the cross-platform disk test. As you can see on this test, it has a sequential read speed of 31.86 megabytes per second and a sequential write speed of 74.02 megabytes per second. For the next test, we'll use the A1 SD Bench. So the A1 SD Bench shows a read and write speed of 71.44 and 48.47 megabytes per second. And the last application that we'll be using for the speed test is Andrew Bench. And the Andrew Bench results shows a sequential read speed of 76.54 megabytes per second and a sequential write speed of 47.71 megabytes per second. So OBS is not for everyone. This is for those people like me who want to utilize 4K video recording, yung mga walang tiwala sa cloud storage, and for those people who want to future-proof their device in terms of storage capacity. So if you're interested on buying this, check the description below. I'll be putting the link for this product. I actually put 2 links. One is an Amazon link that can cater international shipping. Just so you know, the one that Amazon is selling has a brand of Samsung Select. But in terms of difference between this one and that one that they're selling is wala naman. So parang binigyan lang ni Samsung si Amazon ng parang special branding, but I'm not sure. But what I'm sure is there's no difference in terms of performance and specifications between the one that we have here and the one that they're selling. The other link is to the profile of Mr. Anselmo Lontok. I bought this from him. He's an online seller based on the Philippines. I bought this from him for 7,000 pesos with free shipping. I actually made a purchase from him back in 2014. Ewan ko lang kung naalala pa niya. It's a Sandisk Ultra 128 gig micro SD card. Actually, ito pa yun. Yan. Ito pa yun. Yan. Yan. Ewan ko nakita nyo. So, yan. So, gumagana pa siya. Actually, andito pa siya sa Xperia Z2 ko. Dito ko siya ginamit nung unang-una ko itong binili back in 2014. So, I can vouch for the legitimacy of this guy. So, that's all for this video. If you find this video useful, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and if you enjoy this channel's content, please consider subscribing and also hit that bell notification icon so you won't miss out on future updates from this channel. Again, thank you very much for watching. This is RLCHD, and until the next video. Peace!